So we all like curry, and there's a great recipe that I've put on here for my leftovers garlicky lamb curry, which is absolutely amazing, even though I say so myself. But we like mushroom fried rice, alright? And can you have mushroom fried rice when you're trying to lose weight? Of course you can. Alright, so I'm going to show you how. Alright, and it is lovely. It's such a great recipe. It's dead easy to do, and you can have it. And again, when you look at a portion of rice and what a portion of rice should look like, it's a bit shocking really. Is that a portion of rice? No, it's half of that. Alright, so half of that would be your portion of rice, which for me, I'm sorry, but it just ain't gonna fill my bones. Alright, so what I do, I pad it out a bit. Alright, so I get half an onion. I've just put this on. I've got my canola oil here. Just going to spray my pan with a bit of canola oil, and I'm going to finely slice. Can you see what I'm doing? Just finely, really finely slice half an onion. Don't any more than that, just half an onion. In fact, when it gets close to my fingers, I'm going to pull that bit over there because I don't want to put my fingers off whilst you're watching me, because it would be rather embarrassing. So I'm going to stick that into my pan and get that start to cook. Alright, so it's not a lot, just half an onion, and it's just going to give it that little bit of a flavour to the rice. What you get next, if you can get the button mushrooms, get them, alright, but I haven't got any, so I've just got to make do with what I've got, which I do all the time. Alright, so I've got one button mushroom, I ate the others for my lunch today. So you, again, finely slice your mushrooms, like that. 150 grams. You want one packet of pre-cooked rice, or you can cook your rice yourself if you want, so that's entirely up to you. This gives you 2 portions, which is 280 grams. Alright, okay. Because I'm using the bigger mushrooms, I'm going to put them in half and then finally slice them like that. These are the proper big field mushrooms. Love them. Like that. And I'm also adding those to the pan as we go along. Hottest day of the year so far, and here I am cooking curry and rice. Must be blooming crazy. Who's that crazy woman? But do you know what? Do you know when it comes to later, because I'm going to go play golf in a minute, in the boiling hot weather, of course that's what I'm like, because I'm down. Do you know when I come back later, and I've been to the pub, and I'm having my gin and tonic, and I can't be bothered. The fact that I took the time to do this means I'm not going to pick up the phone and order a takeaway, because I can do this for a fraction of the calories, fraction of the points that I can order a takeaway for. So why wouldn't I? Alright, so they're gone in and they're sizzling away beautifully. Let me find a... So I'm just going to see what I'm doing, just pushing those around the pan. I've got quite a big pan here. I'm going to turn the heat up because for some reason it's gone off again. Right, there you go. So that's sizzling away. Now the next thing you do with this, to make it taste really nice, you need some of these things. These are cumin seeds. You can use cumin powder if you want. Alright, okay. So I'm just going to pop in here, because this is enough for 2. I'm going to pop in 1 level teaspoon of cumin seeds, and I'm going to drop that in. So while I'm frying off in my canola oil, because it's a good healthy oil, while I'm frying off those mushrooms and onions, I'm just popping those cumin seeds. Beautiful. It's hardly any spice or anything goes into this. It's just a couple of flavours that give it that oomph. Right. So that's gone in now, and they're softening away beautifully. Stunning. And my lamb's bubbling away there as well. That's all done and dusted. Well, it was, but I've just, for some reason, that switched off. I think it's because the lens on it. You know what I want. Right, okay. That's it. So that's in there. Now, you do need to season this. So, just a bit of pepper and a good pinch of salt goes into those. Next thing I do is take the rice. I'll move this forward. You see that? They're all softened off beautifully. I've switched it off again. Now they're softened off, get my rice. Now I've cooked this first. Alright, it has to be cooked rice. When you are frying rice, whether you're doing egg fried rice, which I've got a great recipe for that I can put on, whenever you brine rice, you need to pre-cook it and then you need to let it to go cold. Now the reason that you do this is because then it kind of holds its shape. If you don't, it won't hold its shape and it'll go a bit mushy, and there's nothing worse than having rice pudding with your curry. I've done it many times. Learn from my mistakes. So that's going in now. Like I say, this will be enough for 2 people because we've got those extra veggies in there, remember? There you are. And you just give that a stir. I don't really can see that in the corner of your... Okay. I'm going to turn that up now because we're frying. Okay, there's enough oil in there, we don't have to put any more oil in there. We are now going to fry this rice. So just turn that round so you can see it. Can you see that? Okay. Fried rice, anyone? Now as soon as it's cooked, you can serve it. I'm going to be a bit naughty, I'm going to just put mine just to cool down and then stick it in the fridge and then eat it up later, which I'm sure you shouldn't do it, but I'm going to do that because it's the meal that I'm having later. But when you're doing it, just cook it as you need it. Don't do that because there's lots of issues with rice and salmonella. I think 9 times out of 10, if you heat it up enough, you're not going to have those problems, but I can't guarantee you can do that. So yeah, cook it, eat it is what I'm saying. That looks lovely. So what happens is, in this, I don't know if you can see it, the colour comes out of the mushrooms. You've got your onions in there as well for a little bit of flavour. And you've just got those few cumin seeds. It's just giving it that fat. Now, to just give it another bit of a lift, what I do is, whilst it's cooking now, I just get, this is, show you what it is. This is turmeric. Very good for you. A good pinch of turmeric, and that's it. And then you give that a good, oh happy days, Sue, happy days. And that, all of a sudden, becomes something really special that you can have with your curry. Oh, that is amazing. It's amazing what Lisa's been doing. What's going on about? Okay, so there you are. You see that? So that's mushroom fried rice, all ready to go with my garlic lamb curry later today. Happy soon. Okay, see you later. Bye. Oh, here you guys, the finished article. So, garlic lamb curry with mushroom fried rice.